Yes, everything is possible. When we say everything is possible, what we're saying is that the very stuff of the universe, the building blocks, the spiritual qualities that we attribute to God, love, joy, peace, power, prosperity, health, wholeness, integrity, trust, faith, that there's always a way that those can express. Always. Now, it may not look the way you want it to look. It may not be in the timing that you want it to be in. But because it's not that way, there's always some way. And what I'm asking everybody to do now, regardless of your age, although I always give the message specifically to our young people, is that don't get stuck on how you think it's supposed to get there. Because what happens when it doesn't turn out how we want it to be, we give up on the idea at all. Okay? But don't give up on it. If you really want to go to Disneyland, and there's somebody who's promised to take you to Disneyland, maybe it's your dad, or it could be an uncle, or somebody like that, or your mother, and for some reason or another, they can't take you to Disneyland. Don't get stuck on, there went my hopes and dreams of going to Disneyland. Know in your heart, I really want to go to Disneyland. Okay? Let it go. Whatever attachment you have that it has to come that way, let it go. See yourself in Disneyland. Feel the rides. Put little things up that remind you of Disneyland. So many people are online now. Download something. Put Mickey Mouse on the door. I don't care. But it's like, be in Disneyland. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, there's a summer youth camp. And they're going to be going down to Disneyland. Or your neighbor around the corner. It's cousins. Mother's boyfriend is going to take some people to Disneyland. And there's a chance to get in that SUV and go down there as well. You never know how it's going to happen. Okay? You never know how it's going to happen. And I say this particularly now around economic things and money things. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's tough. And sometimes we may not have that extra stuff. Okay? And because your parents can't afford it, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. You want to go to camp? You just keep saying, I'm going to camp. I'm going to camp. A way will open up for you to go to camp. Okay? If your parents that moment when you feel so bad that you feel like you can't do everything. Okay? The message is then, baby, I can't afford to send you to camp. That's different than you can't go to camp because I can't send you. Baby, I can't afford it. But let's together dream possibility. Let's together figure out how you're going to get to camp. Because it's that energy of the possibility that opens up the doors. And then it lets all of our young people see, God's got my back. God's got my back. And this idea of don't give up because it's not working out that way. Don't give up because it's not working out that way. If you're just thinking of a way. I'm going to share a couple of stories. So last Thursday, I was doing prison outreach at Pleasant Valley State Prison. I think I told this story once before. And I remember several years back, I was at a point in my life when I was just bored. I was just bored. It felt like all work, no play, and I really wanted to play. So I'm in the prison, and we're there with this guy named Bruce Bickham, who's over arts and corrections. And he's putting together this drumming circle, right? So there are these Native American guys, and they're starting it off with their sacred drums. And then the guys are filling in. We're in the chapel. And there was just all these beautiful rhythmic things he was doing. There was one point when he got everybody in the center, and I forgot what you call those things, but they're hollow tubes. They're just little plastic, like if you have an empty paper towel roller, and you hit it and make, well, whatever those things are, they come in different lengths, and depending upon the length is the sound. So the shorter ones are higher, and the longer ones, are lower. So and they're beating those around and making all these kind of cool sounds, and he's orchestrating it so that they're clicking it at different times. And he was saying afterwards how amazing it was for these guys to sit down in the middle and close their eyes. You don't close your eyes in prison. But for them to participate in that. So we're doing all these different things. And, some of the guys, they're, being cool. And I'm taking egg shakers and putting them in their hands and, rattles and maracas and all the rest of this kind of stuff and dings and clings. We had a blast. I don't know, there had to be like 70 guys in this room, and everybody's clinking and doing things and like grooving off of each other's beats, and the guy was, saying, let's get louder, let's get softer, let's drag it out, let's do this or that. And I looked around and I thought, I'm having fun. Who knew? I'm having fun. And I remember I was just shaking like, I'm in prison. I'm in prison. But I am having fun. I am having a blast. Who knew it was going to be a drumming circle in prison? But fun could be had in prison. Because fun is everywhere. It's one of those qualities where there's possibility everywhere. You never know when it's going to come up. I'm going to have fun, and let's see how that happens. I'm going to have joy. Let's see how that happens. I'm going to have possibilities. Let's see how that happens. I'm going to be on a team. I'm going to play with folks. Let's just see how that happens. You never know. You never know. And it is never too late for the spiritual qualities to express. It just not be the way that you think it's going to be. Another way. That's our practice. When it doesn't work out that way, we just say another way. And one little last tidbit here. And Risa and Matea were mentioning this, and so was Reverend Eileen. There's this little thing called gratitude. Gratitude is the key to possibility. Gratitude, being grateful, is the key to possibility. Okay? When we are not in gratitude, we are in lack, we are in limitation, we're judging by the appearances, we've got a lot of negativity that's going on, and that stops the flow. That stops us from seeing what can happen. It actually repels. It repels and pushes things further and further away from us. But if you get into gratitude, and here's the catch. Here's the part that most people don't understand. You're grateful before it happens. You're grateful before. Most of us are waiting. We make thank you a response. Okay. You want me to be grateful for what? Why should I be grateful? Give me something to be grateful for, and then I'll be grateful. But it's the other way around. if you walk around grateful ahead of time, even for those things that you want, give thanks before. Give thanks before, because when you give thanks before, it makes it real. When you give thanks before, there literally is a way that our brains wire things. And when you start giving thanks before, everything in your body registers it as being real and now. When we've got the gimmies and the I want, and it's not here, and when it's going to be here, and it's late, and who's going to give it to me, that also wires in the brain. And too much of that, too much longing, actually convinces us it'll never happen. The I want. The universe just, yes, I'm going to keep you wanting. I want. The universe is saying, okay, you want. Let's just keep you in wanting. You say, no, I have. Thank you. I have. Thank you. The universe says, okay, good. You can have it. Thank you. You can have it. Thank you. And that makes it multiply. Give thanks ahead of time. Can you breathe that in? Thanks ahead of time. Let's take a breath.